Kail Lowry, and I didn't put it in the title because this breakup, non-breakup, whatever situation that she's got going on with Elijah, it is just it's too much, and I'm like, okay, let's breathe. And I had this little thing that I wanted to tell you guys about. And it was just this little kind of throwaway comment, and I was going to play the clip, which I'm searching for right now. But basically, on the most recent episode of the Coffee Convos podcast, she talks about how Elijah is an ex of hers, right? And Lindsay, the whole episode, they were talking about exes. And so Lindsay says, hey, why don't we give compliments to our exes, right? And so Lindsay, she only talks about her ex-husband, but we know she's been dating a couple of guys since then. So she didn't talk about Suburban Dad or these other people, right? And then it's Kail's turn, right? And so she gets into her assortment. She skips Chris and she mentions Elijah. So I want y'all to take a listen to this, okay?
If you could name the best quality of your ex, like best quality, what would it be? Are we being nice, like truly being nice?
Best quality, attentive.
Okay, I love that.
What's yours?
Best quality about Joe was he motivated me. He was, every time he kicked me while I was down, I was like, this is why I'm going to end up where I end up, right? Javi, I would say best quality. He's a very good dad. He's a very good coach. Motivational in a different way. Elijah, very, very attentive.
You know what? Like, maybe we've been neglected.
Why do I get the feeling that they speak in slow motion? They drag things out. But did you hear that? So she named the best thing about her exes. And her exes that she named were Joe, and him being mean to her pushed her to succeed, because it's true, he was very classist against her, right? So I understand. And then when it comes to Elijah or Javi, it was something else. I forgot what it was, like sporty or something, motivated. I don't know. And then when it comes to Elijah, it's that he was attentive. So here she is calling Elijah her ex on the most recent episode of her Coffee Convos podcast. Then when she did that other podcast with that wrestling lady, she had his name bleeped out. She said that all of her baby daddy relationships ended for different reasons. So we covered that too. And I feel like there's other things that I'm missing here, right? What am I missing? And then the weird thing is that she pops up on TikTok with Elijah, acting like these rumors are so crazy. Why are people acting like we're over? Aren't we, like, we're clearly together? Then why is all of this stuff happening? Why are you literally here calling this man your ex? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, the gaslighting is insane. And then on top of that, yesterday, we showed this video of her. Let me put it back up. And she's flaunting her ring, which, mind you, I think is a different engagement ring from the one he gave her. And she's telling people to mind their business. Yet here she is on her podcast spilling her business, not just this podcast, but all the other podcasts that we've been listening to as we talk about the development in this entire saga. So why are you talking about it if you want us to mind our own business? I don't get it. Take a look at this video. Anyway, you know what? This lady gives me a headache, y'all. She does. It is just a mess. It's too much. And I know it's like Mistress says, Kale Daily. She is eating up the fact that all of this is like, such public fodder. And so I'm like, regretting even bringing it up. But I feel like this is such a big topic in the teen mom world that we have to keep going until we get to the bottom of it, right? But it really does look like they're broken up. I will also say, you guys, I think it's unfair of her to be playing this game when her kids are on social media, especially Isaac, right? So she and Isaac interact a lot on TikTok and on Instagram, right? And so when she's over here posting as if she is back together with Elijah, meanwhile, that is not the truth in real life, right? And then on podcasts, which people are recapping on TikTok, this, that, and the other. So like the amount of mixed messages that this child in particular is getting in regards to his mom's like relationship situation, I think is unfair. And I think it's damaging as well. So I don't know. I think she has to be a little bit smarter about the way she navigates these sort of things. It's not like this funny ha-ha situation. It's like, sis, you've got a serious problem. You're in your early 30s with 7 children by 4 different men, and between these different baby daddies, you've had a million other boyfriends and girlfriends that these kids have been introduced to. Like, maybe it's time to take this stuff seriously and to worry about how it's impacting your children and their future ability to be in relationships, right? It's not good. And Lauren, thanks for bringing that up because that was a last minute story that I saw just before I went live, like 20 minutes, and I was like scrambling to get all of the stuff together. So we're definitely going to get into that as well. Teresa says, this mofo, that's not even a nice compliment about Joe. No, it was backhanded. She and Joe are still on terrible terms. And given that she's on terrible terms with V as well, she's no longer trying to, play nice about it either. Kate caught the shade as well. I agree. Though I do also think that Jill was very cruel to her when she was poor. Huckleberry says, I think Kale is going to stay with Elijah no matter what. She has the inability to be happy as a single person. She always has to have a significant other. And here's the thing. Kale even admits in the most recent episode of the Coffee Convos podcast that it's going to be next to impossible for her to pull a quality guy with all of the children that she has by all of the different fathers. Like she says, I know that I am a red flag at this point. So I think that that's probably going to push her to go back to Elijah. But it's confusing because now here she is on 2 podcasts talking about him being an ex, right? So what really is happening, right? It's like Acacia asks, why are you trying to confuse us? What is going on? And yes, Kate, I got it all teed up. I'm really looking forward to talking about that with you guys as well. Cal says, from the moment we met Kale, it was very apparent that she needed to heal regarding her childhood. Really, yeah, I wish she did it too, instead of just boom, 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 popping out all these kids to distract herself from, from doing the work. Saying you go to therapy, I don't think it's enough. Obviously, whatever you're learning over there, you're not applying. I think there's a difference between learning and applying things, right? And so I think that's something she needs to work on rather than, whatever, all this other stuff she's been doing. Steph says, Kale loves to set up a question. So yes. And yes, exactly. At first, like my recollection was that Lindsay asked the question, but no, y'all just heard it. Kale did that. And she did that specifically so that she could put this information out there, right? And don't forget in her on and off friendship podcast with Becky, she talks about how she had been in a corner crying the entire week, So if all these rumors are fake, then what is all this? Why are you in a corner crying? Why are you calling this man your ex? Like, what is going on, you guys? Come on. Lord have mercy. It is a mess, but that's just how things have always been with Kale. And I agree with you, Allie. I wish that she knew that too. Kale, it's okay to be alone, to be celibate. In fact, it's wonderful. It's joyous. It truly, truly is. So maybe you should give that a try. Give it a try. It's okay. Maybe you can have these little booty calls or something like that if you need to get your rocks off. But it's not healthy. Your pattern is not healthy. And she's still talking about wanting to have all these new, these kids and whatnot. Anyway, you guys, a lot of you have been bringing up this situation featuring the cruise ship mistress. Listen, I don't want to call her the cruise ship mistress because she very well might not have known, right? So she was posting, her name is Brit, and she's the one who blew the lid off of Elijah's cheating. And she was posting all the receipts that she had. She was not playing with us, y'all. She was not playing with us at all. Okay. And so I've got the videos that I want to share with you guys about it. And so basically she said she exposed Elijah's brother for climbing into her DMs to drag her for putting all that information out there. And so why don't we go ahead, take a look at everything it is that she had to say and talk about it on the flip side. So if you're watching live, please continue to leave your comments in the live chat. I'll be putting them on the screen. If you're part of the playback posse, don't hesitate to leave your comments in the comment section, okay, as they go. Here goes.
Yeah, I'm fuck with you though. But you gonna have to hit that water tomorrow.
I ain't getting nothing.
And I ain't talking about the pool or the hot tub. You gonna have to.
I ain't talking about none of that. Actually,
he said she wanted to let it marinate. She wanted to have a smell.
This needs day 2 with the tahini on it and everything.
That's spicy. Why is it spicy? That's crazy work. You're tripping.
There could be conch salad right now. Stop playing with me.
That gorgeous girl we met in the elevator, Elijah, is not who we are talking to right now.
She don't exist no more.
Like, that gorgeous girl in that dress, bro. And she had dare to say that she had a dream about us. We was eating. She said,
I did. I had deja vu, dead ass about y'all in that same conversation.
Same
we was having. I
conversation.
was deja vu.
I'm dead. So that was fun, guys. Thanks.
So there you go. Again, very inappropriate behavior. Although it wasn't confirmed. Y'all let me know in the chat. Did she confirm that Elijah was in that bedroom with her? Because to me, I'm imagining that both of the brothers were in that bedroom, which again, you're an engaged man. You've got all these children at home, newborn children at that, newborn twins. And this is what you're doing on a cruise that your girl paid for. Very inappropriate. It's clear as day that he got too comfortable. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but she's laughing because I think Elijah's brother was talking about how her friend needed to wash her coochie. Apparently it stank, and he's like, "Oh, like you were so beautiful, but then I smelt that thing." And I'm like, "Oh my god! Like, how are you guys entertaining this conversation? Like, it's so disrespectful. It's so degrading. It's so weird. And how are you here laughing as this man talks about your friend like that? Like the pick me-ness of it is just." It's extreme. It's so weird. Star says, imagine Kale on Pop the Balloon having to share. I have 10 kids, 5 baby daddies, 2 divorces, and I'm pregnant with my ex breakup baby. Oh my God, my head is spinning thinking about it. And do you know what you reminded me of, Star? Pop the Balloon. Did y'all watch Pop the Balloon live? I haven't gotten to catch it yet because it was like 2, 3 in the morning my time, right? I will be watching it over the weekend. But I saw a clip, and this guy, he was talking about how he had like 6 kids or something like that by like all these different women too, and he's on Pop the Balloon. It's like, guys, are you okay? Like, just worry about these children and stop knocking everybody up. I feel like there's a big difference between having 6 children on your own, with like one person, sorry, or with like 2 people. But when you've got like this kind of like, array of like parents to deal with, like you need to work on some things internally, instead of looking for other people for the time being. I'm just saying. Cal says you need to like yourself in order to be alone. Being alone and lonely are 2 different things. That's true. And unfortunately, it does not sound like she likes herself. And actually, it was quite sad for her in this episode of the Coffee Combos podcast because she said that people would like go into her DMs and like make fun of her for having multiple daddies. And then she went, "Oh, you think you can hurt my feelings? My parents didn't want me. Like, nobody can hurt my feelings." I was like, damn girl, it sounds like that pain is still strong. And I don't blame her for it. I think that that's what she really is crying out for help over, And that's why the whole deadbeat thing, this and that, like, it's so damn sad. Like, being a deadbeat parent, whether you're a deadbeat mom, whether you're a deadbeat dad, like, it ruins children's lives more often than not. I don't think that she would be finding herself in this situation that she's in now, especially, the 7x4 situation, if she had the love of her parents. And so I just can't stand deadbeats for this reason. It's sad what they did to her. Daughter TMH says Kale has definitely weighed out her options and knows she won't find another Elijah. I agree. The guy, he apparently, when he's with her, he's nice to her. Apparently in the house he gets a lot done, and typically the men that she's dated in the past, they don't do anything, right? So to have all of that, like, and have a past of men who do not help with their children, who do not help in the house, and who aren't nice to you on top of that, like, this is a saint, right? Jaleesa says, oh my God, she's so annoying. She knew he was in a relationship and she wants to keep exposing for some attention to get a reaction from Kale. Obviously, they're going to try to work on it, so just let it go. Listen, she is eating it up. She is. However, I'm enjoying getting the details, Brit. I DM'd her on the TikTok. I was like, Brit, what did I ask her actually? I didn't ask her to come on my channel, but maybe I should. Should I? Because I wanted some more tea. Listen, I am nosy. I'm trying to see what I sent her. Oh, I told her that I was going to be covering this story, and I asked if she and Elijah texted back and forth, because I think, like, if you have like screenshots of you texting with Elijah, right? She has them with his brother, but if you have them with him, That's another smoking gun, right? Hey, Michelle, nice to see you. So nice to see you. Acacia says if he did all that, he might as well be cheating. I agree. What are you doing in this bedroom with these women when you are single? What was this woman doing holding your hand when you're engaged? What was this woman doing holding your hand when you're engaged? It's not appropriate. Not at all. Huckleberry says the Kale fans are riding hard for her right now. They're still on TikTok harassing. Oh, are they? That's not cool. Claiming Elijah would never do this. Listen, she did not break up with that man for no reason, y'all. He did that. He did that. Leah says, why record these videos? They're so odd and not moment. Exactly. That's what, that's why when she acts like she didn't know this man at all, either you have a problem living in the moment and not whipping out your phone, or you're lying. And I think it's more so that she's lying. And again, how stupid are you, Elijah, as a now public figure that you even allow for this in the first place? She was already recording you guys in public when you guys were at that dinner table where you had at least some semblance of plausible deniability. But you kept on following this girl around, knowing that she was like so obsessed with capturing every moment on video. It's like you wanted for this to happen. You wanted to blow up your spot. You wanted to kill your retirement plan. Jalissa says exactly. She's just a pick me. That's why I think she knew Kale and Elijah were together. You know what? Sadly, I do agree. I do agree that this is something that was done on purpose. I do. It really has blown up her TikTok too. Lex, let me zoom in. I want to see these doggies that you've got. If you guys want to distract me, just put up some dogs on the screen. Oh, are these black labs? They're so cute. They're so cute. My fave pop the balloon was a 76-year-old man who stated he was I saw that he was finally ready to have kids in a lineup of postmenopausal women. Oh, girl, the way you wrote that, chef's kiss, postmenopausal women. Yeah, the delusion of these men sometimes. Carly, you're catching that first story that we did. Yep, she was ready to throw down on Kyle Richards. Indeed. Hey, Misha, my Ottawa girl, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well. You guys, Brit did also post another video, so I'm going to play the second one, and y'all have to look closely because this is where she has more receipts and screenshots of her time texting with Elijah's brother, okay?
Listen, y'all are still gonna believe whatever you want at the end of the day. I don't even care. The point is I'm not a liar, and you're not gonna keep calling me one. You can call me whatever you want. I can be a clout chaser, I can be a homewrecker, I can be a whore, I could be all these things. I don't even care. That shit does not bother me. But a liar, when I know I'm not one, be for real. If I was lying, I would be off the internet hiding right now. And anything else that I've posted, not everything I post on the internet is related to the situation. Just because that's where y'all's head is, doesn't mean that's actually factual. Like, what? Nobody was trying to break anybody up. Nobody was trying to break a family up. Nobody was trying to do any of that. That was not my intention. As I've said a million times, as a woman, I would want to know. Roles were reversed, I would want to know. What is done after I told my story and told my truth is not on me. I don't give a damn what happens after that. Not my business. Okay? Has nothing to do with me. I don't care. I'm not looking for anybody's attention. I don't care for it. I didn't expect anybody to reach out to me. None of that. Y'all are reaching so hard. It's actually crazy. I mean, keep hating. Whatever. Keep arguing with yourself in my comment section. I don't care. I really don't. A liar, though, is something that I'm not. Call me every name in the book. Okay? Leave liar out of it because that's no negative.
Did you guys notice something very interesting about that video? So she said, call me whatever you want. Call me a whore, call me a homewrecker, but do not call me a liar. As in, do not say that I lied about hooking up with Elijah. I definitely did that. Right. However, when you say call me, that is something that she's not going to accept because that is something that she can definitively tell you she is not, which is a liar. Right. However, she's okay with being called a homewrecker. So to me, that makes me think that she knew about their relationship. If she's going to say, okay, you can call me that if you want. Did anybody else kind of get that vibe? I was like, why are you okay with people calling you a homewrecker if that's not what you are? By the way, I think it's a very outdated term. I don't like it. I think Elijah's a homewrecker in this situation. It's his home. But Although if she knew, she does have some level of responsibility too, but it's just overly emphasized in the women or the other party. Um, yeah, I don't know. To me, I would be like, don't call me a homewrecker, because I didn't know. I genuinely did not know that they were in a relationship or anything like that. But I don't know. Her willingness to be called that is a little bit suspect to me. It really is. I don't know. Not feeling it. Hey, Stasum, nice to see you. What did you say you were doing at the YMCA? What did you say? Is it yoga? How is your yoga doing? Hey Nikki, caught alive. Never thought I would. Oh, that's so sweet. Hello from Australia. Hello, Nikki. So nice of you to join us. I know it's late over there in Australia, so it's so sweet of you to be here. Thank you. Ali says she wears that mistress badge with pride, right? And why would she? Like, that's a terrible title or reputation to have. Huckleberry says, I'm sorry, but I agree with her. I would want to know. I agree. I refuse to let some man make me look like a fool, especially if I'm paying his way. I agree. But here's the gag. The gag is it looks like Kail wants to keep this man. So I guess she doesn't mind this man making her look like a fool when she's paying his way. But anyway, listen, again, with her situation and her prospects, right? And this is someone who can't bear to be alone. I understand why she would be keeping him around anyway. Listen, just the free childcare is worth a lot already. Nikki says she's so busy trying to throw him under the bus, she's willing to admit she was whoring around on the cruise, right? And now you're putting out these videos. Did y'all watch Insecure? Broken Pushy? Broken. This video of this man sitting up in you guys' room talking about your friend's coochie stinks. Why would you put that kind of a video up? How old is this girl? I hope she's under 25, because she's over 25, putting out this sort of lowbrow, just trashy content. Like, that's embarrassing, right? Very, very, very embarrassing. Jaleesa. Ashley says, I was distracted by her fake lashes and she got her nails. Listen, you got to be camera ready now, because there are so many people tuning into every update that she makes. 1 a.m. Nikki, oh my God. And you know what? Thank God it's the weekend. So that way, if you need to sleep in, you can go ahead and sleep in. Ronnie says people are weird. Venetia says, Kail will stay with him because she doesn't like to be single. I think so too. And don't forget, look at all the kids, all the animals. They've got like 20 animals to manage on that property. Then there's a whole property to manage. You can't do that alone. It's not possible, So I think that she has to stick with this guy. Jasmine says she seems thank God she's in her early 20s, because she's going to look back at this stuff and cringe, y'all. Truly, truly cringe, because it's trashy as hell. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, girl, but it's trashy.